Suspicious. Hey yo, it's Lyarrah, and today you join me back over here on Truly Bedrock, where we are in the midst of a chicken or the egg type conundrum. Not those chickens and eggs though. Those ones. Oh hey, they grew up. But yeah, not those. No, our conundrum today is that of which comes first, the base or the farms you need to build it. See, obviously you need materials in order to build a base. And we have been hard at work mining, trying to go ahead and get those supplies for the base. And we've gotten a fair amount of it. We haven't gotten everything, but let me condense it into one box real quick and we'll take a better look at it. Okay, so all told right now we are sitting on a little over 9 stacks of iron, about 2.5 stacks of gold, and about 8 stacks of copper. I also know that Zoy has been gathering a bunch of the copper while he is out mining for his gold. And so he has a bunch of that for me as well, probably another row. The trouble is that the iron's actually the main one that I want. And I still need a lot more of it, and you can't farm this. Now, the bright side of not being able to farm that is that I haven't had to build a farm for anything for my base. Yet. But we, of course, only have part of the supplies from this. And I'm sure that plenty of people have base designs where you never have to farm anything, where you can get away with just mining all of it. I know that's probably why, so many stone-based things are so popular. And you can also easily make the case that just simple tree farming, where you're just planting and rechopping without any form of automation or special setup for it, you're just doing it out on some grass, that's not really farming either, and still say that, okay, yeah, that's a base without ever having to. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by this these diamonds. We're gonna grab these. Oh, normal diamond ore. Haven't seen that in a while. And you might be thinking that maybe I don't need any farms for the materials for my base, given that I have not prioritized them at all. After all, what farms have I made so far? Well, a turtle farm that barely even worked, a different turtle farm that also barely even worked, and this thing which it's just to collect eggs. That's all it's here for. But those were just me getting set up, getting, my turtle hat, which I personally think is absolutely a requirement to function. With how much time that I spend in water, and also, I don't know if you know this, but is there some gravel around here at all? If we grab this gravel here, and, situate ourselves back into this wall, block ourselves in, and now watch this. Ta-da! We're not taking suffocation damage, and we never will. You can't see me here, but look. Our water breathing keeps resetting. Unfortunately, that also means that these days the little symbol flickers on the side, and I'm very, very tempted to change something to be able to not have to deal with that. But end of the day, the point stands. I don't have to worry about suffocation damage from falling sand or gravel. I don't have to worry about suffocation damage if my head clips into the ceiling while I'm flying. I don't have to worry about suffocation if I decide I'm going to go hang out in some lava for a while. Because yes, you can suffocate and drown in lava in Bedrock. That's a thing. That's a thing we have to deal with. But now I've got my stylish hat. It's going to take a while before my food's ready. What are we doing? What are we doing in the meantime? Well, fact is that we do need some farmable materials for my base. Above all else, we need end rods. We need end rods desperately. I realize this may be a good time to remind all of you that yes, you can craft end rods. You don't have to just collect them. You make them from a blaze rod and a popped chorus fruit, and you get 4 for each of those. Actually pretty sweet. Now, Groova and his fantastic Nether Farm. Yeah, I don't even know how he's done it, but he has spawn-proofed the entire thing via mobcap. He has the entire blaze rod situation under control, and I do not mind paying his cheap rates for them. I would rather pay that. Hell, I'd probably rather pay like 5 times what he's charging rather than going and setting up my own farm for them. I still have had enough of the Nether to last me for quite a while. I still need a new sword. So that just leaves the chorus fruit side of things that I need to go ahead and construct. And that is a farm that I have built multiple times before that I know of some lovely designs for that would go beautifully with some of these waterfalls. I'm never going to get tired of that. We also are going to need a whole bunch of glass throughout the project. And that means that at the very least, I need a smelter. Obviously the sand I'm going to have to go get myself, but something to smelt everything in is an absolute necessity for this. I'm also still thinking about doing that redstone shop, so even though it's not technically for my base, I am going to want an actual slime farm because while this one technically is getting me there, I don't want to talk about how much is in storage back at Spawntown. I would rather they just, you know, die without needing my intervention on the entire thing. And honestly, as of right now, I don't know what else I might need. I figure that sounds like 3 or 4 farms that I'm looking to go ahead and do in the near future, including redoing this one. And well, I think there's plenty of space in here to go ahead and do exactly that. That said, it feels weird to be just in here making these farms when my base is still completely barren other than the chickens. It's just like, what am I even doing? And this is why a lot of people do starter bases in general, is because, you know, you have to have some place to live while you're doing all this. And I do have a starter base. It's just that it's just a villager house that I've added a basement to. That's it. That's all there is. And I have been looking at the developments over here on Chaos Hill, and I know I said before, and I'm saying it again right now, very literally. I love this. I want to contribute to it. I want to add my own stuff to it. It's just amazing. But I don't know what to add. And so we have the farms coming before the base, but also apparently before the starter base, which, I don't know, in of itself feels a little weird, a little off, but I would rather wait for inspiration to strike me than just force myself to add something on just for the sake of getting the gorgeous view of, of Zap's base. I keep teasing everybody that, you know, Zap went and got the best view here. And this side would be a good view if anybody else had done anything over there. I'm not even sure we need the spawn one over there. So if I am putting off working on my base itself for the sake of working on the infrastructure to get the materials, I at least want to do something useful for my base while I'm at it. And yes, I know getting the chorus fruit is inherently useful for my base. I don't just want to be gathering the materials. I want this to be a practice run for how I want the terraforming to go inside my base. Because I have been super indecisive between a few different styles. I have, you know, the iron and dripstone from over there. But I also have been looking at a mod lately. Like I've been thinking of doing a modded series. And the one that I was looking at, the Terralith mod, actually like has other biomes in it, and one of them is a Yellowstone biome. So it's got the whole hot springs that are brightly colored, and given that this is gonna have water filled up to, you know, here maybe even, I'm wondering if I shouldn't have that. Or maybe I should go with something tamer for this part and just make the hot springs be either up there or back in the corner or who knows what. So I think I'm going to go ahead and terraform the area that's going to be around these farms. We're going to go ahead and do this kind of thing on all of it. We'll try the different styles. We'll try the different materials. We'll see how they go. And, you know, the different combos. We might go grab some other materials. I've been kind of wondering if glowstone wouldn't look good in with this, or any number of other things. That way, if I've got to hatch a few eggs just to get my chicken over there, I'll at least, you know, have some practice on raising the chickens. This metaphor is not working anymore. Okay, well that took a lot longer than I was expecting it to, partially because this was very much a life got in the way kind of week, and partially because the slimes. Oh gosh. If I never see another slime again after I get out of this room, it'll be too soon. I'm sure a couple of you noticed that there was a few spots that I missed getting the glowstone in during the time lapse. Don't worry, I have come through and gotten that. But these little ponds, or puddles, I guess they're puddles, are kind of the light sources for this, and it's so nice knowing that I don't have to like go overboard on them because of, you know, the whole change to the lighting. But let's go ahead and give y'all a quick look from above on how this is all looking. I went a little crazy with kind of meshing it all together, and that's mostly because, like I said, this is supposed to be a test run for seeing what design I like, how I like these melding together, so that I know what I want to go ahead and put in the other room. That's the one I'm going to be like living in full time versus this one I'm just going to be looking at through a waterfall and coming out here to get supplies from. I'm really happy with how the gold area turned out. And I'm really sad that like gold's going to be the hardest one of these to theoretically get a hold of. Copper's actually the easiest, but because it's got the green accents to it, it's honestly like a little too much to try to deal with. I'm fine with having a good amount of it, and I think I'll put a bunch of it underwater, but having it on the surface is like honestly the busiest one, and it's honestly a little awkward. I don't know, I don't know. Only got one of the waterfalls down so far. The other three, yeah, three, kind of four, but that one's off far enough to the side that I don't know how much it's going to interact with anything I'm actually doing. But the other three will get brought down eventually. That one, no, I guess we can't bring it down quite yet because I don't actually have the area for it set up. I need to go ahead and get it set so that this can then flow down and out that way. Or, see, I covered over this hole here and then I remembered that this waterfall exists. I'm like, huh, what am I going to do? But let's also go ahead and show y'all the farms that we've got going here. This is not the final slime farm, but I'm also not entirely sure I'm going to actually have a slime farm, because I really don't know if I'm going to still need more slimes after all the slime I've gotten out of here during this. I've only had to make more golems once, and it's because when I didn't have things lit up enough over here, some other mobs spawned and managed to kill off my golems. Yeah, I could just walk through here and get a stack and a half, no sweat. So I don't know. If I do something with the golems, I kind of want to use dripstone to kill the slimes. But we'll see, we'll see. The farms that I do have, though, we have turtles, which I have a little pond down here at the bottom that actually has the turtles in it. And those are the ones that I breed to get more eggs to put up here. And then the eggs hatch up here. The babies get whooshed down into a little chute down there. And when they grow up, their scoots drop into this chest here. And they get suffocated by the stuff around it. At least that's the plan. Hasn't been working too reliably, so I may have to put a different kill mechanism in there. Or I may just continue taking matters into my own hands, because then maybe I'll get a turtle egg eventually, hopefully. A turtle head. The word I was looking for was a turtle head. Next over here we have one of the only two things I've ever made a redstone tutorial for. This is my pickle machine, and it is out of bone meal. Let's go and find some in here. Alright, not a lot of bone meal, but enough to still demonstrate. So there is an observer on the sticky piston that goes into another observer down there. And they go ahead and cause pickles to grow and pistons to fire off. I may still need to go ahead and set it up to have a bit of a delay on this vine. And I did compress this a bit further than the one that I actually have the tutorial for, which I think is part of why I'm also having trouble with things not necessarily going into there like they're supposed to. I don't know. The version of it that I have the tutorial for is far more reliable, so I will make sure that that's linked. The timings on it are set a little bit better. This was winged from memory, which, I mean, apparently I can remember it pretty well, but hey. This was not meant to be a glowberry vine farm. This was just me trying to, like, manually hang a few of them up to grow while I was working down here, but it's so pretty that I might end up leaving it. I haven't decided. But what it actually is back here is a chorus fruit farm. So this is set up so that there is in the ceiling a spot that water will flow through, and these are a bunch of dispensers that'll get activated, and they actually shoot arrows down. Because if you didn't know, you can shoot arrows. That is my fortune pick. We want a self-touch pick. You can shoot forest flowers now and break them instead of having to manually break them. So I thought, why not just put a whole bunch of dispensers to knock it down? And, well, I kind of have an answer on the why not. I'm going to go ahead and pull the flowers that are in there out of that, and we're going to go ahead and activate this. Got a switch back here. That did some shooting. There are a few flowers down there. And then it go. Then we go ahead and go turn it back off. I only necessarily need to let that go for like 10 seconds, but I like coming over and watching it. And once it's all washed down, it winds up in here. This only needs 12 to replant in there. It's not a very big design. It's designed just for, you know, a single water source to flow on out. So, you know, since it's not a very big design, then, you know, it only needs the 12, but it still does need 12 to replant. And we only got 6 out of it. So you can see the problem. The other problem, of course, being that I do set up some actual way in and out of this so that I have an official way to get the flowers replanted. That was something that the first time I built this farm years ago I did have, but I forgot to factor in on this design. But I think my solution for this is going to be more dispensers. I mean, I have no shortage of string from the spider farm over here. Verity said to go nuts because he has his own mob farm. So, you know, I can make all of the dispensers I want. And I can just cover the whole ceiling with them, honestly. Like, you know, just go nuts. And I mean, everybody on the server is an infinity user. There's bound to be a bunch of arrows left over from anybody who's got a skeleton farm. So while I don't have, like, I've put basically all the arrows I have into those already, other than some that I've picked up along the last couple days, I have a distinct feeling that I can quite easily get some more arrows from other people. We're going to put the rest of the flowers away in here. I'm going to epically fail at flying. And let's pop into the Nether here and see if anybody is selling arrows. Now somebody has installed a door on here finally, so that is nice. Let's see. We have a honey shop now apparently. Hey, candles. I keep forgetting those exist. I may use some of those. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm not going to press the button no matter how tempted I am. Oh my goodness, look at the door. What is with the way he names things? But no, this is cute. I may wind up getting stuff out of it. Oh, I guess there's not much in here yet. I'm guessing from the name of it, his moss farm must not be working very well. But yeah, it looks like he's not selling the arrows. But hopefully the fact that nobody's selling the arrows means that maybe people will be willing to donate arrows? Let me go get a couple things and we'll go ahead and get something set up. Alright, so despite the fact that I am horrified by the things, I am going to go ahead and grab one of the little avatar friends. And obviously we need a chest also. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make it be a double chest. Because that many arrows should last me the whole season. Like, I doubt I'm going to even get that filled in because nobody's going to want to have to carry that much. But just in case they do, hey, that should last me the whole season. Get ourselves signage and glowing. Yay. And I mean, I guess I'll just set it over here because this will be like an extremely visible spot. And this is just like meant as a temporary thing anyway. So, oh. Forgot it was gonna be set up like that. Well, I guess I'll just set myself on top of it. Oh gosh, it makes death noises. We're going to ignore the fact that I'm levitating, and we are going to... Hello? How do I change the poses? Oh goodness. You know what? You know what? We're just gonna not. We're just gonna not. I don't feel like looking up how to make it work properly right now, so we're just gonna leave signs on this. Hey, did you know that if you have 2 signs, you need 2 glow squid ink in order to light them both up? Yeah. Alright. Arrows needed. Please gimme. Thanks. No reward for it or anything. Just, you know. Yeah, I could put some kind of, like, your reward is Lyarrah's eternal thanks, but that's promising too much. And also, it's teal, so they're gonna know it's me anyway. Oh, but you know what? I think that's gonna be about it for today. So thank you everybody so much for hanging out with me. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you leave a like. If you're new around here and you want to hang out again next time, please subscribe. Take care, everybody. Toodles!